Hey, morning. It is Thursday, July 26th. I have the day off today because I'm here at the dentist. Although I showed up like almost 20 minutes early just because it's like a half hour-ish to get there. But like I estimated that. I was like, well, let's leave 40 minutes early in case there's traffic. Well, there was lack thereof, so it was actually closer to 20 minutes to get here. Oh well. So I sit in the car for 10 or 15 minutes and then head in. And I'm out of the dentist. Everything's good. No problems. Went fine. Wonderful. Now, I usually stop by somewhere and just look around, maybe buy something kind of cheap. I was thinking, I want to go by Hobby Lobby. So let's do that. And it's fun to look around, but here's what I'm here for. Figure, wanting to, actually sit down and maybe do a miniature painting or two. Let's get a color or two. Add to what I have. And I might can have a number of folk art already. But looking through, knowing I only have a handful of them, probably gonna grab these two. It's just a couple bucks. Skin tone and light flesh help me do people. Some people. At least something, because that way I don't have to mix that up each time. I look around and there's so much more stuff I wanted, but I was like, let's just spend like $3 or $4. So this is pretty much within that. Because my teeth are good and that's something worth rewarding, but I don't got much money. I'm needing to save more right now yeah. And so I got paints. I got a couple of minis. I got an old video of myself showing how I was painting Bones minis so I can remember what to do. And I'm getting started. And I'm pretty sure right now it's going to be really boring. Because basically what I think I need to do is take these two white miniatures and just paint them black. Just so that I have that solid background to work on. Which is kind of a boring step. But it's at least getting started. And I just chose a couple that have, based on, I have flesh colors, I have some browns, and I have a green, a red, yellows, some metallics, and then I have all base colors if I need them, just, things I can mix my own colors with, but it's like, what can I do with these? These are mostly, there's a bit of skin, leather, weapons and armor that's like metal, some cloaks that could be, maybe red or green or something. These seem like things that I can do with what I have. So, nothing too fancy. And just doing something. Alright. So we got those two little guys there. Painted black. To which part of me thinks, okay, if I'm going to have to do that, I could just decide at some point, just go through and paint all of the Bones black. I don't really need them all. I mean, some of them that won't be probably the priming color. It'll always be something probably dark, but I don't know. Anyways, so that at the very least, essentially the idea with that is some of them have armor, like chainmail, or the dirt on the ground, or any of the, just the small areas where I'm like, okay, it is hard to get a brush in here. I want to make sure that those areas, it's hard to get a brush in, it's probably hard for light to get in. Let's make sure that it's black so it looks like shadow. So that's the idea behind that. And then once those are dry and no longer tacky, I can continue from there. And it looks like that's about all of the miniature painting I'm actually probably going to get done today. The beauty of the situation is now that I have this table here, I just push it back into the corner and I just leave everything. I emptied out the water cup. The little paint in the little palette I will let dry so it's easy to pick off. That palette is great for that. Once the acrylic paint dries, it just sort of becomes like a sticky or a flexible film that I can peel off, and it becomes clean. And I can just leave it there. And then another day when I have 20 or 30 minutes free, I can sit down and paint and then leave it again. That's the whole idea with wanting a table that can be for miniatures painting. Hopefully that gets me to paint more miniatures. But I had to, I had to leave those dry, and they're just now to the point where they're not at all tacky. And so I sat down and read more Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes. And I actually, yesterday I finished chapter 2. Just now I finished chapter 3, Dwarves and Duergar. Done. Check. Right now I have motivation. I want to get through this quickly. I would like to do a review of the book before it's too old. It's already, been out for a couple of months. I'm a slow reader, but I'm gonna try and keep myself motivated to get through it at a decent speed, because I want to read it so that so that I can give a proper review, and also so that when people comment and have questions, that I can legitimately be like, oh yeah, I remember this. I do prefer that with my full review when I'm calling it like an actual review. I like to let people know if I've actually read it. Anyway, so I was doing that, and I knew my buddy Dustin. He has a family thing this weekend, but he's coming in today, and we're gonna go out to dinner, because he's busy the rest of the time he's in town. It's just pretty much over the weekend. But I just got a message from him. He's here a little bit early, so I got a few hours. I'm gonna go head over there and hang out with him for a few hours. I think he said he didn't bring any games, because obviously he's busy with family stuff. But even if we just hang out and talk, that's fun. It feels like, as you're zip tying this down here, that you've already had to do it over here.
Well, so the black ones you can't see really, but
oh, so there's more zip ties than I see?
Yeah, the black ones are zip tied.
Oh, the actual thing, the whole thing is held together with zip ties. Okay.
Well, no, I mean, so it'll work without the zip ties, but it's like, I mean, the only thing that would have stopped her from pulling this whole front thing down, I mean, she would just have to lift this up a little bit with her head, and the whole thing would fall down. So. And
I can see here where one of them seemed to have pulled one side in.
Oh yeah, no, this is all braided across this. So. See,
y'all are just
they don't
destructive.
They don't do this at my house.
No, it's just a treat for your folks. Very nice. Very nice. We're going to Gingham's. Some radio station is here. I'll get the place up or something though, so we had to park far away. And they, on the other hand, parked themselves literally right in the no parking area at the front door. So you get starting with the salad and roll and hanging out with the buddies. Okay.
To join the rebellion.
And so Dustin his with American fries in addition to French fries. And American fries are apparently cubes of potato. I've never gotten them here, and I've seen them on the menu. I have no idea. And I got the jalapeno burger.
They're going to.
It's good as usual. Got to spend time with friends, and admittedly, I mean, it was crowded. We had to wait a little bit for a seat, but by the time we left, the place is packed. At least it's got to be good for their business. But yeah, it's packed. Wow. Because we parked in this next business's lot. Apparently, Austin had to park over the fence in the further business's lot. Yeah.
Said right.
But far away. And it was fun hanging out with buddies, getting to see Dustin. Home now. And he'd stopped by Fantasy Shop, or friendly local gaming store here. and apparently saw they had whatever Mummy's Mask pawn collection and bought that for me because it was like in the clearance bin, which I already have it, but they're monster pawns, so really that's just more mummies to put the players up against, right? So I'm like, cool. I guess I haven't really done that kind of setting, at least not in quite a while. So at some point I may return there, and now I'll have lots of pawns to use. Otherwise, I don't know, maybe I'll got a little bit of time before I gotta go to bed. Maybe I'll read, maybe I'll paint, maybe I'll edit. And I did all three. I nearly edited another day's vlog. Basically got to put it on the title. But whatever, I'll do that just before uploading it tomorrow. I'm working my way in Mordenkainen's. I'm about a third of the way through the Gith Yankee Githzari chapter. So, just like I said, I'm trying to work my way through that book while I have motivation to do so. And I sat down and I did a little more painting on these guys. Because they were all black. I added some sort of brown dry brushing to the bases. And their faces and hands got a skin tone sort of covering just to, sort of get started on there. Nothing extreme, but enough. It's a little more paint and leave them there to dry. I mean, with how little paint that is, it'll probably be dry in 10 minutes, but that being said, I'm gonna lay down, read just a little bit more in that book, and get to bed. Had a lovely day off, but I do have to work tomorrow. Just one more day, and then to the actual weekend. Still, it was very nice that, because I had the whole dentist thing, and I was like, well, what do I want to do with my day? But it worked out that Dustin was coming into town, so I was like, well, that's a good thing to spend my day with, just enjoying time with him. All that said, going to bed. Thank you for joining me as my journey continues. Bye.